From the southern mountains, headwaters, a part of Appleshop.
A chicka, 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 boom, boom. 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 Oh, scratches. Scratches. Wait a minute. A chicka, 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 boom, boom. Chicka, 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 boom, boom. Chicka, 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 boom, boom. You can't judge a book by looking at the cover. You can read my letter. Bet you can't read my mind. If you want to get down, 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 you got to spend some time. I want to walk with you. I want to talk with you. I want to rap with you. Hey, chicka, 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 boom, boom. Chicka, 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 boom, boom. Grow up in the country, things are hard, times are tough. Grow and you're on food, but it never seems enough. Too smart for the country, you gotta get away. So you move to the city, got to be a better way. You move to the city, put the country stuff behind. When you hit the city, start to messing with your mind. You struggle and you scramble just to do the best you can. Think you're working for a living, you're working for the man. People stack their chickens on the way to meet the slaughter, flopping all around the ground like fishes out of water. Blind men on the corner, holding up a sign that said, no more water, out of fire next time. Chicka, 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 boom, boom. Chicka, 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 boom, boom. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover and reading my letter. But I bet you can't read my mind. If you want to get down, 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 you got to spend some time. I want to walk with you. I want to talk with you. I want to rap with you. Chicka, 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 boom. Chicka, chicka, chicka.
Last spring, communities in eastern Kentucky and southwest Virginia hosted Open Windows. This festival brought together African American, Jewish, Chicano, and Appalachian performers. During 10 days, there were 30 performances of music, dance, and theater. This show highlights some of those events.
Now, one day I was standing on the corner of 14th Street in the pouring rain, and I will never forget that 9 taxis passed me by. Now, some people think that taxis just don't want to take you to Harlem. But that part's not even true. Now, this taxi driver would not take my grandmama to Penn Station. This taxi driver said to her, I don't have to take people like you. Well, when he said that, I saw red. I thought of all of the years my grandmama had personally put up with the whims of folks and I decided that this taxi driver was going to take my grandmama to where I wanted to go, or I was going to my grave. He went. I grabbed the door handle, and I held on. I was holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on. People were yelling and screaming. It was a big scene, but I was holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on. All I could think of was Sam and Dave's holding on. And I was holding on and holding on, and finally, he stopped. My grandmama got in. He said, who do you people think you are? I said, we are. Any taxi story you got, I can top it.
I sing this song tonight because today, 1 o'clock, they buried my nephew. And also for a friend requested it. to the place where I used to live. The grass had grown up around the door. Someone from across the street, he said, whom do you seek? For they don't come here anymore. They are somewhere around the throne of God. Searching and searching till I'm gonna find them somewhere around God's throne.
We got a few mountains and they don't.
Yeah.
See, this place ain't nothing like New York. New York's got tall buildings and shopping malls and...
We got shopping malls.
They probably think we're like everybody else thinks, long beards, coveralls, and rifle on our shoulder.
Cause like Beverly Hillbillies and Little Abner and stuff like that.
Just some gossip goes around about us and stuff.
Well, we got this little plastic hillbilly up in there, and it was made in Hong Kong.
I see more than likely in about 20 years, Martin probably won't exist because all the coal mines will be mined out.
Yeah.
Which is about just right now.
It's gonna be hard to leave the place. I've just lived here 14 years, but still.
Yeah.
It's long.
Go to California, learn how to talk up there.
I still couldn't change the way I talked. If they didn't like it, they don't have to listen to me.
It's really hard.
It looks like more than 100 to me. See, I'm from South Mississippi down here, down South Mississippi. My people, they got a nice little place out from Four Corners. Y'all don't know about Four Corners. Four Corners ain't too far from Magnolia. They don't know about that neither. Magnolia sit about 9 miles south, a little bit west from Macomb. You know about it? Look like you the only one. Well, do y'all know where Jackson, Mississippi is? Yeah. Well, if that's Jackson, well, that's New Orleans. Yeah. My home is right there. Yeah. That's where I come from. Yeah. And this old radio we have out there in the country, it wouldn't get but one radio station. The one come from Macomb, which is right over there. Y'all late. Y'all hear me talking to you? Huh? Ain't it funny when you get up on the stage and start making a little show, people, you say something to people, they act like you ain't there. They still don't know I'm here. It's more like a zoo. You know, you go to the zoo, you busy looking at the monkey looking dead at you. Yeah, see everything you do.
I know you've probably not gotten into courting yet, you know. This gives you something to think about, in case you do think about doing that. take our time with warm-ups today. Real slow on that hand rubbing. Uh-huh. Watch Ralph's hands here. When Ralph starts rubbing his hands faster, you can take your hands faster. So keep an eye on Ralph right here. Here he goes. Get him going. Get him going. Get him going a little faster. A little faster. A little faster. Fast as you can go. Put your hands on your cheeks. All right. Who's got a good way to circle the shoulders? There's a good one. Circle. How about like that? Just that's nice. One shoulder, then the other. Circling them backwards. That's it. Roll them on back. Roll them on back. And now the head.
Come on, Harvey.
And now the head. Get the head circling. And now the stomach. And now the stomach. And now the stomach. And now the stomach and the shoulders.
Oh, gosh. Keep it going.
And now the stomach and the shoulders and the head.
Oh,
all right, take a rest.
How about we get ready to stand up? Feeling ready to do that? Come on up on your feet, Danny. So everybody freeze. Do not change your shape. Don't move. And the only thing I want you to move is to look around the room and see how magnificent everybody's shapes are. Just our bodies themselves are beautiful. So if we start experimenting with what else they can do, it's pretty amazing, right? So everybody make the smallest change possible. Change. It's going to be a little tiny change. It's just to show yourself in a new way. Change. Sometimes all you have to do is shift the thumb and it looks interesting. All right? Change. Change. All right, let's let these changes start to get bigger. Change. 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 All right, everybody. Now everybody just come in here and hook up. Here we go. Reach for me, reach for me. Come on. Reach, find me, that's it. Reach for somebody, girl. Just stick out on around and find somebody. I heard that these mountains are the second oldest mountains in the world. I heard they were pushed over from Asia. I heard they were pushed over from Asia. I heard that the valley was once an ocean. I heard they were
Fish. Fossils on top of the mountain.
I've heard that you can go on a place on the top of that somewhere, and where there's a hole that goes down in the tunnel, and if you pull off your hat and you throw it down,
everybody take your hats.
And throw it down, that the wind will bring it back up.
And what happens to it?
Did you ever go up them steps?
It goes
on your head.
Jeff and Judy and I want to thank you, and I hope we see you again. You are wonderful, wonderful dancers. Please keep it up, and thank you for making us feel so at home. Okay, now, how many of you thought she won? And how many thought I won? And how many of you thought it was sort of... Okay, well, actually, you are my favorite kind of audience, because did you see how you all disagreed? That's terrific, because in this kind of dancing, whatever you see, you're right.
We used to play a game that later became part of a whole big dance that we do. And this game was called Aunt Dinah's Dead. Any of you all play that game? What about Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black, black, black with silver buttons, buttons? You know that one? That's part of the Dinah songs and the Dinah games too. Aunt Dinah's dead! How did she die? Well, she died like this. Dinah ain't dead. Who says me tain't true to? Could be, should be. How that be? The girl flew.
I want you to close your eyes. Don't peek.
Steht der Jüngele vertreue und guckt sich herum. Von Regen schießt ihm noch ein Wand, der Koschekoll halt er in Hand. In deine Augen, jeden werden stumm. Kupitje, Käufche, kauft Papierosen, trunkene von Regen nicht vergossen.
Once there was a people who was scattered over the entire earth. Everything was taken from them. And their queen wandered from land to land, disguised as a beggar. And she knew that she would have to find a way for her people to remember themselves. And so she gave them Yiddish, a new language, a golden language of the heart, disguised like her in rags.
Kupitje, Käufche, Schwebelach Antiken, damit wird ihr Josmol erquieken.
And this language was used to mend, to weave, and the people use it, and they wove it into poems, and songs, and dreams, and they made themselves a home in the language. A
kalte Nacht, der nebeldige finster Atom. Steht der Jüngele vertreuet und guckt sich herum. Von Regen schützt ihm noch eine Wand, der Koschekoll hält in Hand. In deiner Augen, jetzt werden stumm. Kupitje, Keusche, Koi, Papierosen, trunken vom Regen nicht vergossen. Kousche billig, wenn ihr Mannes kaufen, hat auf mir Rachmos. Rate weg von Hunger, mich hat sie. Kupitje, Keusche, Schwebelach Antiken, damit wir dir a Jossem Holder kriegen. Mit meinen Leuten in meinem Schreien, keiner will bei mir verkunden. Heus gehen denen Musen wieder hin.
I'd like to do another type of song right now. It's called ranchera, and it's Mexican country music, real country music.